Hey everybody, Coach Damon. Today's topic is why you're not losing weight and the easy fix. This might surprise you, so stick with me here. When you run into challenges, you're trying to lose weight and it's not happening. This, interestingly enough, the first place that I actually start with my clients, and you're gonna think, yeah, I'm nuts, but it's your mindset. And stick with me. Most people would think, hey, nutrition plan, working out. We'll get to that. That's part of it, of course. But the first place you have to start is your mindset. And the reason I talk about that is that if you don't have a positive, a good reason as to why you're looking to lose weight, if you just woke up and said, you know what, I'm 20 pounds overweight, I need to lose weight, just because, it's not a motivating factor. It's not enough. I like to call it getting leverage on yourself. Using an extreme example, if you were looking to lose weight and if you didn't lose 20 pounds in a certain amount of time and you're going to lose all your money, something extreme, something goofy like that. But the point is that if you know that I had to lose 20 pounds or I'm going to lose my house, for example, but if I lose the 20 pounds, I keep my house, you're going to be much more inclined to make that happen. There's leverage, there's pressure on you. And I'm not trying to say make it a losing weight about pressure and extreme or anything like that, but that leverage is what's going to allow you to kind of keep moving forward. Do the things that they're a little bit hard or I don't feel like doing. Because let's be honest, we who always feels like working out or making a good food choice? It's much easier to, let's be honest, sit on the couch, eat whatever I want, whenever I want, and not worry about it. Well, if you have leverage, if you have a good enough reason, it's much easier to say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get up. I'm going to get the workout in that I need to get done, and I'm going to make the right choice when it comes to food. So that's why I put mindset first. Is you can have the best nutrition plan, the best workout plan. It's this great thing, but if you don't have the mindset that's going to actually implement it or be able, just make it happen, it's not going to work. And that's why I always start with the mindset. Get leverage. So different forms of leverage could be your kids. Hey, maybe you have young kids and you're not very healthy. It's not a good example for them, or you want to be there when they as they grow. You want to be active and part of their life, etc. That's a good example. I mean, health. Ultimately, especially when it comes to health, look, when we're 20, 25, we're invincible, right? Nothing's going to happen to us. Well, I hate to break it to you. As you get older, it's not how it works. So health can creep up on you and can cause some problems. I mean, we see it every day in terms of you just have to look at the statistics in terms of cancer, heart disease, diabetes, etc. All these things, and they're all caused by lack of activity, poor nutrition, etc. And this is all documented. This is science. This is what we know this. For some reason, we still don't seem to actually take a lot of action towards it. But so your health is I mean, it should be first and foremost anyways. It should be like, hey, I want to be as healthy as I can to live as long as I can. Not just live as long as you can, but be productive and functional and being able to participate in different things and not have to sit on the sidelines, so to speak. So health is one thing that you can use. Hey, and there's nothing wrong, like a little pride. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I want to look good. I don't feel good about the way I look or my clothes fit or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that either. As long as it's not narcissistic or extreme, but hey, that's okay. Having a little bit of pride in how you look and taking care of yourself, nothing wrong with that. Those are just a couple examples from a mindset perspective in terms of getting leverage on yourself. So the first place you want to start is definitely your mindset. Get that leverage. Why do I want to lose weight? What's the main reason? What's the driving factor that's going to get me out of bed to go do what I need to do? Because it all comes down to habits, right? And we're a product. 95% of what we do is habitual. So if that's the case and you're currently overweight or you're struggling with your weight, there are habits that you're going to need to get rid of and replace with good ones. That's just going to have to happen. And in order to do that, you got to have the right mindset to make sure that you can implement it and follow through. So that's the first thing that I would look at in terms of if you're not losing weight and the fix. Okay. The second thing, now we're going to get into your actual program. So you have the wrong program for the goal. So usually people start here, they'll just say, all right, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to join a gym. I'm going to go on a diet. Those are they're just random. So, and even if you, all right, you say, I'm going to join a gym. So you go today and you join a gym. What are you going to do at the gym? Walk on the treadmill, go, sit on a few machines, push a little bit of weight. Make sure that if you're going to do something, you actually have a plan. Why are you going to the gym? I mean, yeah, we all go to the gym to work out, but the people that are actually in good shape, you can just look at them. They have a plan. They're doing something specific. They're there for a reason. They're trying to get something, but they're not just showing up. So you have to have the right program. Same thing with nutrition. You can't just say, I'm going to go on a diet. That's for who? How do you know what you need? What are your protein requirements? What are your calorie requirements, carbs and fat requirements? What's gonna give you energy? What's gonna make you feel good and you're not starving? If you pick some just random diet, what if it's just, so you pick a random diet and it's extremely difficult to follow. You're starving all day long. You don't feel good. You don't have energy. How long are you gonna stick on that? Probably not long. You can willpower that only so long before you're like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not doing this. So, when it comes to that, so you need to do something sustainable as well. Back to the diet thing, you need to be able to follow something. Is it going to be the starving example? Is like if you're hungry and you just cannot do it, it's not the right plan. You have to find the right plan for you. So what is that? Same thing with workout programs. Like some people will go in and they go too hard right out of the bat, right out of the gate, sore, can't move the next day, and like this sucks. I don't want to do it. So I would highly recommend getting help with this. Would obviously be a good place to start. There's you have coaches. Obviously, I'm a coach. I wouldn't be talking about it like if I didn't believe in that. But there's tons of information, free information that's available that you can utilize or have access to. So get help with that. Figure out like, what should I be doing? What's going to work for me? Don't just randomly say, I'm going to work out. I'm going to do this. Next thing is, this is a big one for me, especially from a weight loss perspective, because I alluded a little bit to it about habits. You have to get control over your day. And most people they just get up, roll out of bed, and the day rules them. So if you don't have a schedule for, like, for example, your workouts or even your meal plan, if you're not planning whatever that nutrition plan that you're trying to adhere to or follow, whatever that is, it's gonna be difficult to actually implement it, and it's not gonna be sustainable. So if we look at workouts, so what's your schedule look like? How are you going to do that? What do you need to do to actually get, it could be simple as, hey, you're going to walk 20 minutes a day. Okay, great. How are you going to get that in? If you're not currently doing it, you have to make it part of your schedule. So, schedule it. It's real simple, but you have to get control of that. It's really important. And most people don't. They just kind of randomly get up and say, well, I'm going to do this new workout. I'm going to do a diet. I'm good to go. I'm ready. It's not going to work. It's not going to be feasible. Same thing with nutrition. How are you going to make that transition? How are you going to fit that into your lifestyle? So you got to get control over your days. And I'm a big fan of scheduling, taking control of your schedule. Where do you need to put it in? Good example is a lot of my clients are entrepreneurs. And back in the day when I was actually training in gym, in my studio, entrepreneurs would come and they would ask me, like, yeah, I could do it like 5:30 after work. I'm like, no, you can't. We're doing it first thing. We're doing it early. Can you get up early and get in here? Because entrepreneurs, always something would come up at the end of the day and they'd have to cancel. And every time they would say, no, I'll be there. They would do it for a week or two, cancel a few appointments, said, you're right. Yeah, let's switch it to the morning, 6, 7, whatever. And it was just, they could do it before their day got away from them. So that's just an example. You need to think of that, like what obstacles are going to come up. Even if I put it in my schedule, is that a good idea to put it there, or am I constantly going to have something that's going to disrupt that? So you need to be thinking ahead. What obstacles are going to get in my way? How do I mitigate that and implement it? And then the last thing that I think is vitally important to losing weight, and I think it's, obviously we touched on nutrition and working out. We know that has to be part of losing weight. And we can, you can get really detailed on that, and we will on another video. But healthy habits, I start there. What's your sleep like? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you drinking enough water? Are you just staring at a screen too much? Are you on your phone doom scrolling all the time? Are you drinking too much alcohol? Is that a daily occurrence, and went from the weekends to daily to, are you drinking too much alcohol? Are you exposing yourself to positive materials? You're just constantly watching the news and just getting pissed off about this or that or whatever, or anything like that. Those are just a few habits. There's other ones that we could talk about. Sleep is vitally important. This has been studied, talked about. If you don't get enough sleep, it can lead to weight gain, and it makes it really difficult to lose weight. So that's the first place I check with my clients. Like, how's your sleep? It's part of my questionnaire when I come in. It's like, where how's that working out for you? I'm getting, 4 to 5 hours. Well, that's a problem. We need to fix that. And that's just a habit. That's not even working out. That's not nutrition. That's just sleep. So think about that. But it has a direct impact on weight loss. So water, staying hydrated. Most people don't drink enough water. They get dehydrated. It's pretty easy. Most people get paid to sit and look at a screen all day. So it's difficult. But if you can find ways to manage that, that's good. But the last thing you want to do is sit in front of your screen all day for work and then just come home and just be doom scrolling on your phone. You're just self-inflicted wound at that point. So how can you mitigate something like that? That's just an example. And yeah, alcohol. I'm not saying that you can't ever drink alcohol. That's not what I'm saying. But, how much are you drinking? You need to take an assessment of that. Some people, this was classic. I had clients all the time like, I only have, 1 glass of wine a night. Just so you know, nobody has 1 glass of wine a night. It's never happens. It's always half the bottle or at least 2 glasses of wine. So, and again, nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to lose weight and that's impacting your caloric intake, it's a problem. And there's other reasons not to drink alcohol I don't get into now, but you just need to be honest about these things. And again, not that you have to completely cut out alcohol, that's not the point, but reducing it for sure is a habit that you need to address if that's something that you do regularly. Hey, if you don't drink it all right now, great. Don't need to worry about it. Perfect. And yeah, we're constantly bombarded by negative messages all day long. So I think lastly, to reduce stress, and stress has a direct impact on how your body's going to function and so forth, and hormonally and everything else. So if you can, expose yourself to more positive stuff, or read positive books, read biographies, watch something on YouTube that you learn something, it's educational, but not just something that's just going to make you angry, or it's garbage, reality shows or whatever, something like that. So that's just something that you can actually add in there and actually make you stay on track and just put you in a better frame of mind, and also can help you coming back to the mindset. When I started this whole video off was about mindset. It's going to help you keep that mindset positive. So, and that's important. So that's the things that I look at, why you're not losing. Some simple things. They're a little bit different than what most people think about, because you automatically jump right to the nutrition, right to the workouts. Hey, what am I doing wrong? Is the wrong program? This, that. Now, there's so much more before that, in my opinion, that you have to get right to set yourself up for success, so you can lose weight and you can maintain it. And they're simple things, but if you just start out that way and you build that foundation right out of the gate, huge difference in your compliance and being able to actually succeed. So to sum it up, get some leverage on yourself. Get help if you need help planning, your workout nutrition plan. Take control of your schedule. And then, lastly, start with simple, healthy habits, like sleep, water, things like that. Start there. and everything will fall into place as long as you're consistent.